Hello everybody and welcome to Linguiverse. I'm Laura and in today's lesson we're going to, look at these words. What do they all have in common? Correct, the ed ending. In today's lesson we're going to practice the right pronunciation of ed endings. So if you say something like decided to or work it, this lesson is perfect for you. And today, apart from explaining how the ed endings are pronounced, we're also going to see them in different contexts. And if you wait till the end, we're going to practice, you and I, putting into practice what we've learned in this lesson. You can't miss it. And just before we start, make sure that you've subscribed to our channel, Linguiverse, and your notifications are activated so you can stay updated with our latest videos. And let's get down to work. Look at this word. How would you pronounce it? Okay, want it, want it. Good. What about the second? Stopped, stopped. Okay, in both of them we have a ed ending, but is the pronunciation the same? Wanted, stopped. Nope, it's not. We have two different pronunciations. And Laura, how can I know when I have to pronounce option 1 or option 2? Hold on, because at the end of the lesson, this will be very clear. Let's have a look together. The first possibility when pronouncing ed endings is the pronunciation id. Id. Want it. Even though we write ed, we never pronounce ed like wanted. We always say id, wanted. Look at all these words. They all have the id sound at the end. But why? What do they all have in common? Correct! The t and d sound before the ed ending. Now you know that when the last sound before the ed ending is t or d, then we pronounce it, want it. Listen to the pronunciation of these words and practice with me, okay? Let's go. Want it, want it, need it, need it, decide it, decide it, wait it, wait it, hate it, hate it, end it, end it. Well done! Let's try to use them now in context. I wanted a bicycle for my 7th birthday, but my mom told me I needed to behave well. I decided to be a good girl and I waited patiently. I hated to wait, but it all ended up happily and I had a beautiful blue bike. The second possibility when pronouncing ed endings is no id. For example, stopped, stopped, no id, stopped. But Laura, how do I understand this no id sound? Don't worry, you'll know what I mean. Okay. Look at these words. They don't have the id sound at the end. But why? What do they all have in common? Correct. The last sound before the ed ending is not t or d. So now you know when the last sound before the ed ending is not t or d, we don't pronounce it. You may have noticed that the words appear in 2 columns and somehow in 2 groups. And that's right, because we kind of have 2 subgroups when words don't have the id pronunciation at the end. Let's see them both in detail. In the first subgroup, the ed ending is pronounced t, t. For example, worked, worked. This happens because the last sound before the ed ending is a voiceless sound, which means it does not vibrate in your throat. Look, try with me. Touch your throat and let's practice pronouncing the last sound before the ed ending in these words, okay? Can you feel it? No vibration, right? Let's pronounce now the whole word, paying special attention to the t sound at the end, okay? Worked, worked. Stopped, stopped. Laughed, laughed. Relaxed, relaxed. Well done! Let's practice now using the words in context, okay? I had worked for the whole morning, so I stopped to stretch. My colleagues laughed at me, but I didn't care because I relaxed a lot. In the second subgroup, the ed ending is pronounced d, d. For example, lift, lift. This happens because the last sound before the ed ending is a voiced sound. It vibrates in your throat. Practice with me. Touch your throat and let's say the last sound before the ed ending in these words, okay? V, v, v. Y, y, y. N, n, n. O, o, o. Good! Can you feel it? It vibrates now. Let's pronounce now the whole word, paying special attention to the d sound at the end. Lived, lived. Played, played. Opened, opened. Showed, showed. Well done! And now we use the words in context. When I lived in Ireland, I played with the children I was taking care of. One day, one of them opened a little box and showed me what was inside. It was the small tooth he had lost the previous day. How sweet! And now the expected thought is, Laura, I don't always know when a sound vibrates or does not vibrate. What shall I do? My advice is, don't think too much. Don't stop in the middle of a conversation to analyze whether a sound vibrates or not and the pronunciation should be t or d. Don't do that. Yes, I decided to go because I liked the place, so I lived there for a couple of months and yeah. Listen to me. What I used to do when I was learning English, and I always tell my students to do, is bye-bye rules. Yes, when you get confused whether using t or d, my advice for you is use always t, and that's it. Because later on, when you get familiar with the sounds, with the natural flow and fluency of the language, you'll make voiceless sounds, and you'll make voiced sounds without even thinking about it. So when in doubt, make always t, and you'll be fine. And now, let's sum up a bit what we've seen today before having some practice, okay? Group 1. When the sound before the ed ending is t or d, we pronounce a final id. For example, wanted. Group 2. When the sound before the ed ending is not t or d, we pronounce a final t. For example, stopped. The d option, we leave it for those who feel a bit more confident about it. Are you ready to have some practice? Now it's your turn to practice pronouncing the ed endings. I'll show you a sentence and I would like you to pronounce it out loud. Wherever you are, even if you are waiting for the bus and people around you may think you are a bit cuckoo, no worries. So I'll show you a sentence, you'll have some time to say it out loud, and then I will say it as well. So you can compare how you did it and how I did it, how similar or different they sound, okay? Our first sentence is, I wanted to travel, so I needed to work and make some money. As the concert started, I closed my eyes and enjoyed the music. I lived in Ireland and I liked all about it. I learned English on my own, so I decided to help people in a similar situation. And that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed this lesson, and the most important thing, that you feel more confident now about pronouncing ed ending sounds. As I always tell you, practice as much as you can, no pressure, no stress, enjoy it. Remember that you can support us on making new interesting videos for you by subscribing to our channel and ringing the bell for notifications. But in the meantime, if you'd like to continue practicing your pronunciation, check out this video with some pronunciation tricks and maybe this one for some grammar practice. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram, where you can find more lessons, challenges and games. And even some information about ed spellings if you're interested. Thanks for watching today and bye for now!